GoPro and rice. It's what's for dinner. I left the sunroof open in my car and then proceeded to fall asleep in the recliner. And when I woke up, it was raining. Video production may be a little slower if this thing doesn't dry out. I plugged it in and it turned on, but then immediately turned off and has a red light. Hopefully I can soak the moisture out of it, and I didn't destroy it. Luckily, it's a knockoff GoPro, so it's not $300 wasted. Yeah, kids, make sure you put your windows up and close your sunroofs before you decide to be an old man and take a nap. Another beautiful Friday is upon us. I'm out of work already. It's only 12:30. The day is young. I got a few things I gotta pack up, get off to the post office. I'm gonna go try to hit a couple thrift stores, see what I can find. Jess and I were supposed to go do a red, white, and blue trip, like a couple hours this morning, but some things happened. I ended up going into work. We canceled the trip. We're gonna do that next Wednesday. But I still want to go see what I can make of the day. There's always some profit to be found. So I'm gonna pack these orders. I'm gonna get those shipped out. And later on, the guy I work with, he's kind of like a surrogate father figure. This old man named Rick, he brought me 2 giant tubs of old Jeff Gordon and assorted NASCAR memorabilia. Just gave them to me. Here you go. Sell these on your internet thing, he said. Verbatim. Sell these on your internet thing. Alright, Rick, I'll sell those on my internet thing. So, 2 totes, I'm not really sure what's in it. A lot of it's, you know, cars and collectibles, new in package. So, pure profit. Even if they're only worth $2, that's $2 more than I had yesterday. So, I'll go through that. I'll show you guys everything that's in those totes. One thing that really piqued my interest, there's an old Ford truck that he says he's had since the 1950s, and this thing is in great condition. I quickly looked up cars similar to it, and they're going for hundreds. So we're gonna have to see what that's all about. Yeah, let's get these orders packed up. I'm gonna eat my lunch, and then we'll see what we got in those totes. All right, so we're almost to stop number 1, the St. Vincent de Paul. It's hit or miss here. I found some great items here. I've walked away empty-handed for weeks on end here. Can you do what you're doing, man? Am I crazy, or are people just getting worse at driving? Maybe it's because I spend so much more time on the road now going to thrift stores that I notice it, but man, I don't know what's happening. It's just like people don't know how to operate an automobile anymore. Alright, so I'm gonna run into here, see what we can find. I'll try to get some footage, but now that the DB Action Pro N5C, whatever the hell it was, now that that thing seems to be dead as a doornail, it's gonna make my life videotaping, listen to me, I sound like a grandpa. Videotaping, I'm gonna get my camcorder out. Now that my action cam is dead, it's definitely gonna make filming secretly a little harder. Now I gotta like hold a big cell phone. So if there's anything worthwhile, I'll tape it. If not, it'll just be me saying, well, I found something or I didn't find something. Pretty good find. Got this brand new with tag Mizuno glove. Tag's a little cruddy. Let's clean that up. But yeah, $4.99. Brand new. And inside, my favorite, salt and pepper shakers with their original shaker lids. Honestly, I probably could have left this behind, but for 39 cents for the pair, it's probably an easy 15 bucks. I can probably even push it to 20. A lot of the times these lids are really corroded and rusty and gross, and these are pretty clean. These are pretty well taken care of. If this was $1 or $2, it would still be sitting on the shelf, but you know, for 39 cents, can't pass that up. I just noticed my fingernails are dirty. I just got out of work not too long ago. That's gross. Sorry, but you have to see this close-up of my dirty fingernails. But that's not working life, I guess. I'm sure most of you don't care because a lot of you seem to like to dive into dumpsters. So if you got an issue with my dirty fingernails, I don't know what to tell you. If you're not familiar with the logo, you can faintly see it there. It's the H over A logo. I'll put a better one over here somewhere. Not the most collectible of glass, but you can still find some pieces that go for pretty good money. There are a few things that I left behind, things I could have made 10, 15 bucks on, but it's just not worth it for me. Maybe I'll do a little video on that sometime. I'll do a video of what did I not buy. Come look at my non-haul. Because I'm pretty much, every time I go into a thrift store, I leave a bunch of $10 to $15 items behind. Just because I don't have the time to deal with them. But maybe it would be nice to show you guys some of the things, again, that you may not be aware of that are selling, that you could make 10 to 15 bucks on if you have the time. Just because I don't doesn't mean that somebody else doesn't. And there was an old Kodak taped off TV tape of Ernest Rides Again. I've now learned a little bolo. Apparently Ernest Rides Again on DVD is a rare out-of-print DVD. I'll put that here. They sell for 30 to 50 bucks. So I'll be on the lookout for the DVD from now on. I never would have thought any Ernest movies had any value because they're pretty terrible. And who wants to watch an Ernest movie? Are there really Ernest fans? Comment down below if you think Ernest P. Worrell is funny, because I don't. Even as a kid, I didn't really think Ernest was that funny. He kind of annoyed me. But anyhow, I'm rambling. I may alienate a few of you with this, and I'm sorry. I'll apologize ahead of time. But there's no Bill of Rights here at the KP Train'em YouTube channel. You don't have the freedom of speech. You have the freedom of speech as far as I allow you to. If you're gonna be nasty and you're gonna criticize and you're just gonna be like a dick, I'm just gonna delete your comment. It's as simple as that. I don't have time for snarky attitude. If you want to be helpful or tell me, hey, you know, I saw you did this, but here's a way I do it, and I think this way is good. But if you're just gonna be a jerk, I'm just gonna delete your comment. So don't waste your time leaving it, because it won't be there long. I read all the comments, I respond when I can, and if I don't like what you said, I'm gonna eliminate it. Just so you know. Okay? No hard feelings. Those totes I mentioned earlier, I cheated. I went through them a little bit without you guys, I'm sorry. I'll show you what's in them still. But there is one item in that tote, that truck I mentioned. Holy crap. Wait till you see what this thing sells for. I'll even be nice. Most YouTubers, I feel like, would withhold that item to the last part of the video to keep you tuned in. I feel like you guys keep tuned in anyway, so I'm gonna be a nice guy, and when we get to that part of the video, I'm gonna show you the best item first. Who does that? You're giving it away for free. But I'm gonna go in this Goodwill, and hopefully have a little better luck than St. Vincent de Paul. I'm not exaggerating when I say that southwestern Pennsylvania Goodwills are garbage. Like, look at these empty shelves, and look at what's actually on them. People donate hundreds of items every day. Where do they go? Empty shelves. Well, a little better luck in Goodwill than we had at St. Vincent de Paul. Bought a couple VHS tape and a couple plushes. The Dare Lion plush. I've passed these up a whole mess of times. I've seen them many, many times in Goodwills. I didn't think they ever had any value. I never bothered to look one up. And I don't remember if it was in the comments or someone's video, but somewhere along the line in the last month or two, I saw someone mention that they had sold one of those Dare Lions for like 20 or 30 bucks. And sure enough, you look at those comps, the Dare Lion's valuable for some reason. So got one of those for 3 bucks. And I was gonna purchase something anyway because it's coupon time. She accidentally gave me 2, which is nice. Do any of your Goodwills do this? These little like seasonal scratch offs and you get a percentage off. Southwest PA Goodwills do them every so often, and it forces me to buy something, even if it's something I don't even want, just to get a coupon. Because if I can get 25% off another trip, that's worth the 99 cents that I'll pay for something just to get the coupon. But it's going on 4 o'clock. I don't know if I'm really up for hitting any more Goodwills. I'm too far away from red, white, and blue to bother, and they close at 6. And going through these Goodwills, like, it's mind-numbing. I know why I've been so thrilled with the finds that I've been getting lately at red, white, and blue, because southwestern Pennsylvania Goodwills are just terrible lately. I don't know if it's lack of donations or if they're just siphoning everything off to be sold online or what they're doing now, but everything is just, the selection has gone down, the prices have gone up, and the quality has gone down. It's really depressing. I used to find really, really great things, and now not so much. Had I found better stuff, maybe I would have been a little more invigorated to go and keep sourcing, but I assume most of you are like me. When you're just hitting dud after dud, it just sucks the energy out of you and you could care less about sourcing. And also, that's the joy of being a part-time seller. I don't have to go. If I don't go sourcing for a week, it's not going to affect me. My bills are still going to get paid. That's one of my fears of going full-time. I don't want to have to do this. I love sourcing. I've always, long before I was a reseller, I've always enjoyed going to flea markets, going to garage sales, looking for those Antiques Roadshow finds, the home runs, and it's thrilling for me. I like it, and I'm afraid if I go full-time and I have to go do this every day, that I'll grow to hate it, like every job I've had in my adult life. So it's one of the things holding me back, but I also don't like working, so it's a catch-22. Do I continue to work a full-time job that I hate, or do I take on the job I love full-time and hope that I don't end up hating it? It's tough. I'm just gonna quit my job Monday. That's the next video. I quit my job. It's coming. You'll see it eventually. Or it's gonna be, I was fired from my job. Maybe I should get fired. I'll collect some unemployment for a while. All right. We're back in the garage. I've laid out all this stuff from the totes. We're going to take a look at this. Hope you enjoyed the ramblings of a madman that preceded this. They can't all be winners, guys. Sometimes, you know, there's not enough exciting stuff happening in the day to make an exciting video. So I work with what I got. There's still some little nonsense in here. You can't see, the lighting in here kind of sucks. It's just like flags and shot glasses and loose cards, plush animals, like there's little plush Beanie Babies. So these are the things that I assume are just complete garbage, except there's a Crayola rig in here. It didn't seem to have much value. I looked it up and somebody was trying to get 10 bucks somewhere, and that's about what it's worth. So not that exciting. This is all the stuff absolutely free of cost to me. Quite a bit. Unfortunately, some quick searches doesn't look like a whole lot of value here. There's a few pieces that I think are gonna make me some good money, but overall this is gonna be a lot of nickel dime stuff. Probably lots. I'm probably gonna have to do lots to get rid of it, if it even sells. That's the problem, I think, with NASCAR collectibles. These older drivers that don't drive anymore, not a lot of demand for this stuff anymore. But as promised, we're going to talk about this first. This is the cherry in these totes. This is amazing that this is even sitting in my house right now. Is that a mark? Yeah, whatever. These things are so rare, I don't know that that's even going to matter. Rick's a little off on his date. I mean, I can't fault the guy for not remembering if he's had something for 50 years or 55 years. But this is, from what I can gather, a 1965 Nylent Ford truck. This was a Ford dealership exclusive. Oh, goodbye, Christmas ornament. This thing is in great shape. I can't show you a whole lot of comps because there's only one sold and one listed because they're that rare. The sold one went for 300 bucks. The listed I think is at like 179, and the listed one one whole side is completely rusted off. So, and it's got a bunch of washers. You could only get these from Ford dealerships, and it's got a scuff there. See, you start to notice all the little imperfections when you get close in. Yesterday it's like, oh, this thing's immaculate, and now it's like, oh wait, it's dusty and scuffy, but still got its windows all intact, no cracks. There's no rust that I can see. I mean, this is the worst imperfection that I've found on this thing. The wheels are shiny and bright still. Like the undercarriage, it's in great condition. The springs and the suspension, still nice. There's some rust, very little. A little bit on that hitch. But overall, compared to what I've seen, this thing is in great shape. The camper, if you see these little holes, this used to have a Philco AM radio in it. There are little knobs here. Well, you'll see in the pictures. I'll show extra pictures probably over here. There's more space on this side. Used to have a Philco AM radio in it, and that is unfortunately no longer in there. Somebody's removed that over the years, but at least they did a nice job and didn't destroy the camper when they took it out. I'll set this down for a minute and open this door. You can see here on the interior door, Philco Corp, a subsidiary of Ford Motor Company, blah blah blah, radio service, 90 days. Based on what I'm seeing in my research, this is an easy $300. I'm gonna try to get 4 because I'm greedy like that. I'm gonna list it for $399. The fact that I have this is just kind of incredible. I can't imagine that, you know, a whole lot of these were ever made, much less survived. So to have one in this kind of condition, that's pretty nice. Anyway, enough about the truck. That's really the best piece here. I can cover this other stuff pretty quickly. This replica hood, the scale replica hood, that's a good piece. That seems like I'm probably going to be able to get about 50 bucks for that. And got a whole bunch of these new in box Winter Circle rigs. These look like I can probably get about 20 bucks a piece for those. So that'll be okay if they sell. If not, I'll do some lots. The Coke one, same thing. Looks like maybe about 20 bucks. This one, I couldn't find this. I've seen this truck style, but I couldn't find this backing. But again, I wouldn't think more than 20, 25 bucks for that. The snap-on, couldn't find any snap-ons, but I'll try to get 20 for that. So, you know, I could have maybe 200 bucks in rigs. There's a Winn-Dixie one too. I can't imagine that's worth anything. I didn't look that up. It's solid, it's nicely made, but it's a Winn-Dixie truck, so what could that really be worth? All these loose cars, I don't really think they have any value. Not even sure what driver drove the 36 M&M car. I have to look that up still, but again, probably little to no value. I've got a giant lot of Jimmy Johnson stuff. All these cars, license plate cover. I'm probably gonna look them up individually, but just based on, like, I looked up this one and it's like $3. These were maybe $5. I'll lot it up. Just do a big lot. Hopefully a Jimmy Johnson fan will give me, you know, 20, 40 bucks for it. That'd be great. Not holding out any high hopes. These Little Debbie Hot Wheels, they were pretty worthless. Looked like about 5 bucks. These 2 dolls back here, which were Hamilton collection, so you'd think that they would have some value. They don't really. Plus, you can tell that the storage has kind of gotten to them. They're spotty. Oh, I guess that's where one of those flags goes that I saw in the box. There's new in the box that are listed for like 20, so I don't think those really have much value, if any. Days of Thunder cars. I think this is the complete set. Nothing crazy, 20, 30 bucks. And I don't even know how desirable they'll be with the yellowing that's taking place on the bubbles. And got these 2 crystal collectible statues. It's just like breaking my heart. He was so excited to give me this stuff, and it's all looking like it's pretty worthless. These are maybe 20 bucks a piece, 15, 20 on a good day. couple little Jeff Gordon light switch covers, Jeff Gordon car, but it's all beat up in the front, so I'm assuming he let one of his grandkids play with it. There's a couple Christmas bulbs. I'll probably again lot this stuff up. Hopefully someone will give me 20 bucks or something for it. License plate cover. Haven't looked that up. Again, who knows? 20 bucks. Not even, probably 10 bucks maybe. And then there's this sign, and over here there's a couple more. Gordon Ave, Johnson Ave, and Gordon Drive. Overall, a pretty disappointing lot, which is why I didn't really have a lot of trouble giving you the best piece first. But if I can get 300 for that, I'll even say 250. If I can get 250 for that, and let's say I can make 120, let's see, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, I don't know, if I can get 150 bucks out of those, and I can sell this for 30 to 50 bucks, I mean, there's still some good profit here. More or less, kind of disappointing. The hard hat looked like that was maybe 20 bucks, but it's kind of beat up. And I doubt this hat is really going to be worth anything. But I'll look that up as well. Any amount of money though, like, this was all free, so I can't really complain. Any money I make off of this is fine by me. He also gave me a big stack of records, which are pretty much all worthless. A lot of Liberace and Rod Stewart. Even the records that I thought might have a little value, the records themselves aren't in great condition. He also gave me some antique books, carpentry books, that I'll put a picture up right here, because I'm not going to run out to the car, get them, put them out, and put them in this part of the video. I'll just put them in later. Those actually, they're from like 1923, and those actually also look like maybe $60 to $150, depending on, you know, well, depending on eBay. Depending on the day, depending on the buyer, depending on a million factors, I think I can get about $60 to $150 for those books. I'll let you know how this truck does. I'm gonna get that listed soon here, get it up. The one that's all rusty has 7 or 8 watchers, so I think this one will go pretty fast. Or I'll at least get a bunch of offers really fast that I'll turn down. Either way, excited to see what all this will do. And on a side note, the action cam, I've had it sitting in rice for 4 days, and just on a whim today, I took it out of the rice, shook it all out, started it up, and it's working again. So we are back in business until I leave it in the rain again, because I'm an idiot. Alright, I'm gonna go. We'll see ya. Have a good one. I'd wish you luck on garage sales, but by the time you see this, they're all over. Make sure you're not just checking yard sale treasure map. Make sure you're looking at your local classifieds. I found last year usually 5 to 10 more sales every weekend in the classified that weren't on the treasure map, because older folks don't use the internet, they don't use Craigslist, and let's be honest, most people don't use Craigslist anymore. So because that app's only pulling from Craigslist, you're only getting half of your possible sales. Check your local classifieds. I think you'll be surprised how many sales are listed in there that you didn't know about. So, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.